Hello everybody, how are ya? It's Rob back again with another video, and welcome to my first video shot with the Hero 6. What do you reckon? Have you been watching the videos like me? I've been a bit obsessed with the launch and everything of the Hero 6, and I have managed to get myself one. And this is my first video. Obviously, if you've been following it like me, you'll know about the specs, the new stabilization and everything, and the new frame rates and blah blah blah, all that stuff. So this is my first kind of vlog-ish video test, whatever. So I've taken my dog out and I just thought I'd come and test it. And with the new chip that they've put inside this camera, it'll be interesting to see how it goes from light exposed areas to dark and back and forth. You know, I think seeing some very first early results, it looks pretty good, but the main thing for me is with this setup I'm using, the stabilization should hopefully be smoothing all this stuff out. So I'm walking now just with a handheld MT mount. I'm using the MT7 mount from Modern Technocracy. Go check them out, moderntechnocracy.com. And the mounts make it so easy to swap cameras really quickly. And so if you're using a DSLR, you can just chop and change really quickly. I've got a video that I'll put in the description so you can have a look at that. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a full-time vlogger or YouTuber. I do have a normal job, so I've kind of missed the boat really of getting to be one of the first people to put out videos on the Hero 6. But you know, it's all good. It's all good. So how does it look? How does it look? What do you think? Is it nice and stable? Let me know. I'm just using a single handheld bar. It's quite short, so it's quite compact. And one thing I should point out is that I'm using an external mic. Again, my vlogging kind of setup that I've put in another video. Again, I'll link that in the description. So I'm using an external mic on top, and a few of the things that I've seen straight away is the ability to zoom in and out, but you can only zoom in and out before you start recording, so you cannot kind of zoom in while you're actually recording a subject. But that being said, if you're using an external mic, it's really cool, because if you check the external mic, if you can see it in the top of your frame, you can just zoom in a bit before you start recording just to crop that out. So that's pretty good. Why they put that in, I'm still not sure, but you know, it's an extra feature. And that brings me on to, is it worth upgrading from the Hero 5? Well, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. For me, it's a very difficult one, because I've been looking at getting another digital camera, another DSLR, just for vlogging. And with the cameras on the market at the moment, there's some really good, I'd say, budget ones. And like I said, I'm a normal working guy. I can't afford, you know, I've only got 800 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So yeah, I can't go out and afford all the latest gear, even though I have managed to get myself a GoPro 6. So I was looking at these DSLRs, and there's a few that stand out for me. And for the GoPro Hero 6, you're looking at 500 quid. 500 quid, which is a lot for a GoPro. But if you spend another sort of 300 more, you can get yourself a full DSLR camera. It's not the best, I know, but it's a budget one with a really good lens, and you know, you can have a full DSLR camera that takes 4K video. Now, there are disadvantages of having a DSLR, of course, when you're vlogging, stuff like that, but there's so many advantages as well. And when you're shooting with a GoPro like this, again, it's quite compact. It's a very compact setup, but when you stick it on a bar and you put a great big external mic on the top, it's not very, you can't really hide it. And again, in one of my videos that I shot in the Isle of Wight, you'll see that I got a lot of attention from people passing in their cars and stuff because I look just like a weirdo with a great big microphone on a pole, basically. So this is my first video. It's just a basic one. I'm going to upload this and just to see what you think. I wanted to put something out there, filmed on the Hero 6. So what do you think? What do you think of the range, the dynamic range? How's it looking? Let's have a look what we can see. And the good thing about it, obviously, you can still exchange, sorry, you might not be allowed to hear that. So another good thing about it is that you can still change the exposure points manually on the screen, which is awesome. And not a lot of people have been doing that, I believe. So I'm shooting now at 4K at 24 frames per second. And obviously, if you've seen the videos, you'll know about the new frame rates, 4K at 60. But the really good thing is that this is stabilized at 4K at 30 frames per second, which is the equivalent on the Hero 5, but you cannot stabilize that on the Hero 5. So there are a few limitations with the different settings on the Hero 6, just like the Hero 5. For example, on the 4K that I'm shooting at the minute at 24, you cannot have the linear mode. So it's either at wide or super view, I think. But again, this is a first video. I've had it for a few days, and I've been dying to get out on it. I worked last night, so I was up for like 24 hours. So I could be like sleep vlogging right now. Maybe I'm the first to do a sleep vlog. But anyway, okay, so I've just changed the exposure point on the back of on the screen. Obviously now I cannot see what it looks like because it's facing me, but I just changed the exposure point. So this is the flexibility now of the Hero 5 and the Hero 6. You can choose the exposure point, which you couldn't previously do on other models. Yeah, you could adjust the compensation, but this is a much better way of doing it, and you can see where you're exposing and what points and everything. You can leave it on auto, of course you can, but this is just like a manual override. So how does that look? Is it a bit brighter? Am I a bit brighter now? Or am I being made like a silhouette because of the background? Maybe that's better. Maybe that's better. Okay, let me know. So as we walk around this field, I've just had a quick look at the footage that I've just shot, and already, you know, if you've used a GoPro before, you'll know that if you're just using a bar like this, I'm using a short pole that's about a foot in length, and you get the movement of just when you're walking normally. Now with the Hero 5, it did have optical stabilization at certain frame rates, and it was okay, but I found myself needing to use the Karma grip for when I needed that really silky smooth footage. And to be honest, I might not even need it for this camera. I've just looked at the footage just briefly, and straight away it just looks amazing. Now I'm not paid by GoPro or anybody like that to say how good they are or whatever, and it's still early days, so lots more testing to do, but it looks like they've actually knocked this out straight out. You know, this is like proper legit, like vlog talk legit, yeah. Proper good stuff. So more testing to come, but early indications look like this is a proper good camera, and really, in my opinion, this is what the Hero 5 should have been all the time. And that brings me on to a bit of a subject that gets me a little bit, and it's not just GoPro, it's a lot of businesses now that kind of remarket a product by changing the color or doing something. For example, the Mavic Pro and the new Mavic, whatever it's called, I'm not really sure. They've changed the color and they've put different props on, and then they charge you an extra $100. So I don't know. I think, in my opinion, this should have been out, launched when the Hero 5 came out, because it's at just a bit of a step up from the Hero 4. With the Hero 4, you had the same, Hero 4 Black anyway, you had the same frame rates as the Hero 5. Obviously the Hero 5 is fully waterproof, but that probably isn't enough for many people, because with the Hero 4 you can use it in the water anyway with the housing on and all the rest of it. Anyway, that's my opinion. I think the Hero 6 should have been launched like in place of the Hero 5. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you think. Comment below and all that stuff.